All right, class. Now that you have finished the Roman numerals number 1 and number 2, what do we want our new nation to look like, and what did we not want, or what did we hate about the British? You're now ready to move on to the part of the notes that discuss the actual Constitution writing. We will take a look at the state constitutions. We want to be able to discuss based on our readings. How do the state constitutions reflect the wants of the new country and the citizens in it, and how do they reflect the needs, or how do they adequately meet the needs of a newly independent country? So what I want you to do is I want you to take the handout that has its two columns, under British rule and after independence. I want you to read through this handout comparing the framework of government under British rule and after independence with a focus on state constitutions. This is a class handout, so that means that you're going to leave this handout with me after class is dismissed. You do not take this home. In your notes, you want to label this Roman numeral number 3, and you want to read through the handout and you want to compare the framework of government and so on and so forth. But the focus here is going to be on the question that's at the bottom of the handout. Based on your analysis of the changes in the state constitutions, and here's the question: do you believe the United States was significantly more democratic as a result of the overthrow of British authorities? Support your answer with specific examples. I want you to write out the question, and I want you to answer the question in your notes. Once again, after you're done with this, please make sure that you're leaving the handout with me. When you're done with Roman numeral number 3, you should next get a handout labeled the Confederation and the Constitution. This looks like those brief overviews that we've had before, that sometimes I use as an optional assignment / study guide. However, this will be something different. You will not be asked to answer the questions at the end. However, you will, want to use those questions to assist you. So when you get this brief overview of the Confederation and the Constitution, this will go into your notes as Roman numeral number 4. And your task here is to use the handout to help create an outline on the Confederation, their Articles of Confederation, the compromises made at the Constitutional Convention, and the framework of government that is created from the federal constitution, the document that comes out of the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia in 1787. So when you're creating this outline, a couple things that we want to keep in mind is, if you're looking at this handout, the very first paragraph does not have a heading. There's nothing under here. It's just an introduction. So what we want to do is, after reading through that handout, we want to come up with a thesis statement. What is the point that this handout is going to try to make? What is the focus of your outline? Or what will the focus of your outline be? This will be your thesis statement. Here, you're saying, with this thesis statement, here is the focus of my outline. This is what my outline is going to discuss in the following sections. It should be roughly, anywhere from 1 to 3 sentences long. And in your notes, Confederation and Constitution, and right under that, just actually write out the word thesis, and then write your thesis next to it. Then, as you go through the outline, you'll see some subheadings here: the need for a new constitution, forming a more perfect union, and so on and so forth. These are going to be identified in your outline by the letters. A, the need for a new constitution. B, forming a more perfect union. C, debating the Constitution, and so on. All right, so when you're coming up with an outline, the question you're probably asking yourself is, well, what information do I need to include in each section? This is where the questions at the end, or the review questions, will assist you. You want to set up your outline like I have right now, and then looking at those review questions, and you're not limited to these review questions. You want to use them as a guide, though. Using those review questions, this is where you're going to then put in the information. All right, info, 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 and so on and so forth. And then after you feel like you've adequately, answered the review questions for that particular section, you feel like you have done a good job supporting your thesis statement within that body's paragraph, you can go to the next part of your outline, and you want to do the same thing: info, 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 info. Once again, what are we looking at to be able to decide what information to put in there, what information to leave out? Those review questions are a great guide to being able to complete this outline. What to do after this? You now have, all right, one last assignment. And this will be looking at the roots of American democracy. Actually, you know what? If you have done this, the rest of the class, if there's any class left over, the rest of the class can be used to work on other homework that you have outside of this class, excuse me. However, cell phones or just not doing anything is not an option. There is a very good chance that we will have a quiz on this the next time we meet each other on Thursday. So make sure that not only do you do the notes, but you understand and you study the notes. Thank you.